A recent study finds homeowners premiums have gone up between 2018 and 2023. They went up 32.5% in the state of Arkansas, 42% in Oklahoma. But if you think that's bad, and it is, they've gone up 60% in the state of Texas
Good.
in the past 5 years. Just since last year, if you break it down by company, Progressive up 10% from last year. Allstate also up 10%. So what's going on? The insurance companies say they talk about big payouts they've had to make for natural disasters. Well, let's find out. Homeowners insurance rate expert Ron Snuffer joins us right now with more on this. Ron, hey, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
So that's the question. I mean, it's first of all, is this just happening in our part of the country, or is this across the country?
This is across the country. What you have to remember is with inflation, materials go up, labor goes up. Those two things combined make it more expensive to have your house rebuilt if something does happen to it. And that's what goes into the factors on your increases to your insurance, how much it's going to cost the insurance company to rebuild if you have a disaster.
But that much? I mean, the price of everything is up, but not 60%.
Think about how much prices of housing here in North Texas alone have gone up in the last 5 years. I mean, my house has doubled in price since I bought it in 2019.
So it simply is just the home. Is that the basic it? The inflation, home prices up. Those are the reasons.
So you also have to take into account that anytime we have a natural disaster, hail, tornado, hurricane, you're going to have price fluctuations in how much it costs because you'll have big spikes in the need for materials, the need for labor. And once those prices go up, they don't come back down.
No, boy, that's for sure. The money comes out of our pockets, of course, but where's it going? Who's making the money here? Is it the contractors and their employees? Is it the insurance company executives, shareholders?
Insurance companies, I think 7 of the top 10 insurance companies make the Fortune 50. And that's why Warren Buffett year over year continues to try and buy out other insurance companies because he knows that it's a profit center. They get to hold on to that money as long as they want to and pay it out when they need to when it comes to disasters. But they use that money to make more money.
Oh, absolutely. They're making it hand over fist. Is there anything that a homeowner can do to try to keep the rates down?
So there's a few things you can do. If your house doesn't have deadbolts, I would add deadbolts to your house. If you don't have security cameras, they now have technology that you can watch your house on your cameras on your cell phone. Doing those simple things, you can get a reduction on your premiums. If you increase your deductible, which deductibles are already high, you want to make sure you have the emergency fund for that deductible if you do decide to go that route. But another simple thing that people forget about is that swing set in the backyard that your kids haven't played on in 10 years or that trampoline that's been back there for 15. If you get rid of those items, you can actually get a discount on your insurance because they're a hazard.
Oh, really? The trampolines. Okay. And, people who rent, you hear this from people who rent a lot of times. They say, boy, I sure am glad I don't have to pay that homeowner's insurance. Well, in a way, you kind of do indirectly. It's factored into the rent.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's hitting everybody, whether you're a tenant or you're a homeowner. They're just going to increase the rent on you if you're a tenant. Doesn't matter that you're not paying the rent directly. But what we're seeing is a lot of renters don't even have rental insurance. And if that house burns or floods, they're out with all their contents are gone.
Could we blame homeowners themselves for part of this, perhaps making claims that they don't really need to make?
I don't think it's a matter of homeowners making claims that they don't need to make. That's not been the issue. There's just a study out in Florida that 46% of the claims from Hurricane Ian were denied, saying that they were below deductible or didn't have enough damage to even qualify. I don't think it's a matter of them not having enough damage. I think people don't understand what they're responsible for when it comes to their insurance. What we're seeing now coming out our barrel down in the Houston area is that people are filing claims and didn't realize they had a 2 or 3% deductible, and their policy may have been ACV, which is actual cash value. So they don't even have the money that they thought they had from the insurance company in order to file a claim.
And that's what I was going to ask. Is it getting harder to file claims because of these costs, and are homeowners backing off on filing them?
I don't know that we're seeing a reduction in the amount of people that are filing claims. We're still, the Hurricane Beryl was 3 times the size what they thought it would be as far as claims assessment goes. And insurance companies are scrambling to try and find enough bodies to go down and assess the amount of damage that was in South Texas and in the Houston area from those storms. But we're not going to see the ramifications from that for probably 6 to 12 months, because that's usually how long it takes to get through a cycle of claims.
So when are we going to catch a break, Ron? I mean, you said yourself, prices don't come down, right? So
we're in trouble.
That's a great question. I do believe that it has a little bit to do with the economy and how bad inflation is. There can be forces that force down the cost of lumber and the cost of materials and so forth. But right now we're not in a good place to make that happen.
Ron, listen, thanks so much. It's real good insight on this. It doesn't make me feel any better. Still shelling out all this money, but it's interesting information just the same, and we appreciate you taking the time with us. That is homeowners insurance expert Ron Snoffer from right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.